Organic and Me is proudly brought to you by Kira Spices in collaboration with Vibe Media. Organic and Me is proudly brought to you by Kira Spices in collaboration with Vibe Media. Organic and Me is proudly brought to you by Kira Spices in collaboration with Vibe Media. Organic and Me is proudly brought to you by Kira Spices in collaboration with Vibe Media.
Yes, another new week or new day. Today is Thursday, and we thank God for what He has done for us. Last week we started with Organic and Meat Season 3, and today we want to start on a good note. Why? Because we have eaten a lot of food, we've taken a lot of water, a lot of drinks, and what have you taken, and what are the effects of it? Today the topic is malnutrition on children and women. Yes, the effects of it. So we have a very nice gentleman, a very nice guy who has been on the show before, and today is coming to talk to us about some of the things we have to do, some of the things we have to eat to stay healthy, some of the things that we have been taking and giving to our children, especially, that are not good for their system, that are not good for them. And we'll go on a short commercial break. When we come back, I'll introduce him, then we go with it. Stay tuned.
Organic and Me.
Yeah, welcome back. And Organic and Me show is brought to you by Kirano Spices in collaboration with Vibe Media. Yes, Vibe Media. They are located behind Trade Fair near the DVA. That's where you can locate them. We are going straight to the point, and I want to introduce our doctor, our dietitian, Dr. Ni Amate. Dr. Ni, welcome.
Thank you.
How are you doing? Is everything okay?
Everything is fine.
Wow, 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 wow. Now I don't want to go straight to the point because I don't want to waste much of your time. And we have gone through a lot and done a lot of things that we don't know, or we eat some of the things that we don't know. And when you are in school, they used to tell us that more nutritions are not good. Most of us think that they are all partial for.
Yeah.
So today, since you are here and you are the dietitian, I want to ask you, what is more nutrition, first of all?
Okay, so when we say malnutrition, as I said, we all thought it's something like if you lost weight, you know, very slim, or you are having a slim body.
A slim body.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's on two sides.
Okay.
So when we say malnutrition, if you have somebody whose weight is higher above the normal range,
Okay.
so
It's
being
also
being overweight or obese, that means also you're also malnourished.
wow.
That is excess. Then if you are deficient, that means you have less than your weight is less than the normal range. And also called malnutrition. So
Wow.
it's two sides. Yes, it's two sides.
Wow.
So in women, basically, what really happens is that your BMI, when we say BMI, it's going to be your weight. When we compare your weight and your height, that's what we to assess your as your weight status. So if you do that and your weight is lower than 18.5, that means you're underweight. That means you're malnourished. If we do that and your weight is above 24.9, above that one to say that you're malnourished, but you're obese or overweight. And when it comes to children, we have different malnutrition status. We have child obesity. We also have one that the child's age.
That's children that are overweight or children that have not.
Overweight. Yeah, they're also overweight. When you compare when you look at their weight status,
Okay.
relations to either their age, their weight, or their height.
Okay.
Yes, and that's what also so that's the person. The child is also malnourished.
Wow.
So not only passion, but not only
Those who are slimmer or those who have big bellies.
yes.
Yeah. So let's come to the next question. That drives into that because when you see a lot of children, especially those in those war areas and those with poverty related issues, children that have grown in poverty, you see that they have a lot of big bellies. And so why do those children have, if we are preventing this kind of thing?
Yeah, so that's one side of malnutrition when we talk about deficiency. So
Okay.
there's certain nutrients that they are not getting from the food. So basically, when you look at these children, they don't get enough protein because in these war zones, you don't get access to meat, chicken, and other things. Yes, the gunshot has sucked all these
Exactly.
animals away. So basically, you don't get
Yeah.
anything like that. So when you can see that they have this protein belly, they have this skinny
Skinny
ribs,
body, the ribs are
very-
all
this
yeah.
bone. They also have this flaky yellow skin. So
Okay.
to their hair become very yellowish.
Yellowish.
Yeah,
Wow, I've not seen that.
Yeah, so you also see that their eyes are bulged out.
Oh,
This
okay.
one also depicts inside. They look very weak. Then also their eyes become very white. So these are some of the things you see that these are some of the signs when it comes to children. But let's not talk only about the boys. When you go to these of our high class schools,
Yeah.
you see sort of children having
If you say high class, what are you trying to
yeah,
say?
so when you look at what in Ghana we call it the B schools, right? Yeah, so those ones that
There are the B schools.
Ah,
Really?
yeah, you see a lot of
They
them.
rather.
You see a lot of them. You see a lot of them.
Wow.
Because those children, what really happens is that if you really study what they eat, most of them go for the fried foods, the high sugar foods. They are the ones who go for the fries, the chickens, the ice cream.
Those kind of calories.
Yeah, but because people are coming from a very lower economic state. Father will not even give money for it. It's very difficult for it to even get you.
It's
You
true.
know that because
Sure.
I think growing up sometimes, we normal Christmas. It's only Christmas they get to cheap.
All right.
Yeah, so
All
that's what
right.
happens.
So the next question is that how do we differentiate between those mothers that are going through the same malnutrition and children? Because I know children, that's kind of examples you've given. But when it comes to mother-child relationship, how do you know that this person is suffering from malnutrition, or this family or this mother and child is suffering, or is only the child that is affecting the mother? How do you know, or how do you differentiate that?
So basically, as I said, basically we look at their weight.
Okay.
And we go beyond their weight. That's one thing I always tell people. We are losing when a weight loss check. Most of the weight loss journey, we look at the weight, the figures.
Sure.
But it goes beyond that. When you look at the outside, how they practice for weight loss, because of the body composition.
Okay.
So you look at the amount of water in your body, the amount of fat in your body, the amount of protein in your body.
Wow.
Yeah, it goes beyond that. So if I'm doing weight loss with you, I don't use to know.
Let me give you an example here. All right. When I was pregnant with my daughter, I don't know, but my doctor wrote on the hospital card that there is a sign on it. So I asked him, what is the sign for? And he said that they're protecting the mother and the child. So if they're protecting the mother, which means there is a special treatment for us. And I asked why. He said because of my age. Because according to them, when you are above 20 and you start delivering children, there is a protection for you, because they believe that women should supposed to start having children from 20 thereabout. And that way you can get flow. But when you're above 30, you find it so difficult in delivery, or the delivery becomes so difficult. So that's why they normally do that sign. That's the protection of the mother and the child. And let me come to this question. Is it because during the pregnancy period, the mother will not have too much control over the food intake, or the child will take much of the food from the mother in the belly?
Yeah, so there are two things here. One, look at the age and childbearing. You see that when it comes to ovulation and all that, the way you ovulate at 30 years is different from the way you ovulate below, as I'm within the 20 years, 20 years age. That's different. So that is why they always try to help mothers about, because about 30, one of the things they have, the challenge that they have is that if you don't have nutritional stores, what happens is that you either have miscarriage, or the baby that you give birth to have a low birth weight, so that the weight is very small, or even be very high, or even the woman stand a risk of having complications like diabetes in pregnancy, because of your age.
You have diabetes in pregnancy.
You have
due to that. Wow, we are learning a lot, my people. I really don't know much about that, but I know of jaundice. That was even after the delivery. Children normally, because my child got it, so they have to open the hospital for the sun rays. Yeah.
So see, when it comes to age, above 30 years, getting pregnant is different from because the body changes. That's the thing.
You see why Vibe Media and Kira Spices is really giving us something to learn, something you don't know. Even when you search for it, you may not find all the answers. And this Organic and Me show is not mostly about spices, or it's not really about the particular product, but it's something for our general healthcare, our general being. So if we bring a doctor here to teach us, we not say, because if you go to the hospital, you don't know much about it. It's not everything that the doctor may explain to you. So these programs are programs that will help you. Your knowledge or your technical know-how will be very, 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 very effective. Doctor, I'm learning a lot from you today. Why? Because most of these things that we are talking about today, most of us don't know. And people don't take pregnancy very seriously, especially with, our Kaya. You will see how they carry the pregnancy, carry this load, carry that load. By the end of the day, they'll give the child, and give birth to the children are very strong. You don't see them as we have been protecting our child. Don't do this. No air condition.
Some of them have children birth defects. That you don't see.
Wow.
Some of them have children birth defects. But then there are sometimes we always say that people that live in this right, they don't have to trust them. It's God that protects them. That's the fact. But some of them have birth defects. You can see some of them are giving birth to these Down syndromes. Some of them give birth to some children don't have their arms well formed, their legs.
Arms not well formed. Wow.
That is why we always advise women that before you get pregnant, try to put yourself on good nutrition. Go on with folic acid.
Folic acid.
And iron
supplements.
But we don't do pre-pregnancy care here. People just
in Ghana.
But clients that call prior to that, we do about between 1 to 3 months pregnancy care to work on your health?
I'll be using myself as an example because I remember before I wanted to get pregnant, because of the work I was doing then, there was no time for me to run shifts from GBC. You know, you'd be running shifts all that. So I have to, my mom has to let me come home and stay home. Then I prepared myself by taking folic acid especially, and iron, those yellow, those supplement. And within 3 months, I was pregnant.
Really good.
Yeah, but earlier on, I was having miscarriages. Yeah, so I think we are learning, and these are some of the problems women are facing in this our environment. That especially when we are not we don't have a lot of dietitians, we don't have a lot of doctors to take up. I mean, a lot of things are changing because now if you go online, there are a lot of doctors online.
We have a lot. There's people that like search for themselves.
Oh, okay.
Because if you do for me, well, I have a lot of maternal.
Sure.
Yeah, and people are now reacting to it. Because recently I had a course for fertility. We talk about fertility. And I have a WhatsApp for them. So we have the resources available. People are not getting
To reach, yeah.
And with this thing, what I would say is that if you want to get pregnant, you can go to facility with a gynecologist. And you'll have time for it.
Sure, but a lot of people have that kind of mindset of I don't want to be in the hospital, I don't want to do this, I want to do that. So that is the issue. They're afraid, or the money cost or something of that. That is them. So let's go on a break, a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk more about more nutrition, especially doctor is coming. What we have to do, what are some of the mother and child food that he will prescribe, or he will ask us, or he will tell us to be taken at home. So this program is brought to you by Kira Spices in collaboration with Vibe Media. You'll come back shortly. Organic and Me is proudly brought to you by Kira Spices in collaboration with Vibe Media. Organic and Me is proudly brought to you by Kira Spices in collaboration with Vibe Media. Kira Spices have varieties of spices, ranges from different types. They have black seed, they have almonds, they have bay leaves. They have a lot of spices. They have tea as well. They have jolly tea. They have bean share tea. They have small tea. Just come, just boost your immune system. Stay healthy. And if you want more of your engagements or your weddings and other stuff to be telecast or to be shown very nicely, just contact Vibe Media. Vibe Media is behind Trade Fair near DBNA, and you will get them. Let's go back to Doctor, and this is our dietitian, Dr. Amatai, and we've talked about more nutrition on children, more nutrition, what they eat, what they have to do, or some of the effects of it. Let's go back to the next question. That is, what are the food that a mother is supposed to take during pregnancy, and what are the food that a child needs to take after pregnancy when it's being given birth? Yeah.
So during pregnancy, so basically what you're supposed to eat before during and after is something the same thing.
Oh,
We
okay.
need to be rich in iron, zinc, folate, and
So
other
that's the
essential.
6 nutritional food.
Yes. You also need to have a lot of energy. Has need to have a lot of natural fiber. So basically, let's go to our local organic foods. You can always have yam and potato. So yam and potato yam gives you the energy you need for the daily activities. The potato gives you folate, gives you iron, gives you other essential vitamins. You can always have your kinky or your banku with stew or soup that then with wine and apples inside some fish. Yes, so the fish gives you good fats and healthy proteins. The cocoa stew also gives you some good form of vitamins inside. The banku also gives you some energy. When it comes to the breakfast, you can always enjoy our local cold porridge. That's the market or the morocco that we have.
That
You
we
can
are
have it.
taking during our mother's time.
So you can always have that one. Just add a little nuts to it, with a little milk.
Little almonds,
Almond
little
nuts.
black seeds,
Yeah,
and
you can
all
have
that.
some
That is
seeds,
here
spice.
from Kirano Spices.
You can get all those ones. Porridge in the morning.
Exactly.
Yes. You can also have oats, add a little nuts.
Yeah, oats porridge and all that.
Yeah.
I think. Let me give example. When people see me and they think that hey, Kira is obese or like she's fat or that or that. But I'm anemic
Okay.
in terms that even when I'm in my period, I can't. After the period, I have to take some ions and all that. So during the pregnancy, I remember I have to do those turkey berries. When I grind them, then I put milk in it and I drink. So it has been like my tea. I don't take normal tea again.
Okay.
So that's the turkey berries I used to take morning, afternoon, evening, like my normal tea I take. Previously, I used to cook them. And I realized that even if I cook them, it will still come. So normally, I watch them, grind them, then sieve the water, and then no sugar, nothing. Just add the milk, and my blood starts coming. So then, doctor used to complain that my blood has just cut short. And then when I started taking it, it right to about 17 or 18.
Yeah, but let me just make sure a few things. When you're taking the iron foods, as you said, like berry and that, you need vitamin C. So it's very good. So
I hear.
snap on oranges and other things. Because the vitamin C helps absorption of the iron.
But some people have the perception that orange, for instance, takes away your blood because of the acid in it.
So let's pass this. The acid in your stomach, it's not that strong as compared to. It's stronger than the acid in orange.
Okay.
Because if the acid in orange is very dangerous to skin, so I said it's supposed to be
Sure.
but it doesn't do that. So the acid in the oranges are something that is tolerable to the body. It says that when it comes to people are talking about that because of ulcer. So the ulcer thing here is that see ulcer is like wound that are created by bacteria. Basically, if you have a wound and you have water to it, say the tissue. So those are some of the things that you just want to clear that one. It doesn't mean that if you take orange, you have low blood levels or you have stomatitis. Just enjoy whatever you want to enjoy and make healthy choices and work with portions. That's the best way.
All right, that's my last question to you. I want you to advise us because children are one of the things that a woman is fried as in.
Yeah.
And if you have a child, you go to the antenatal, the way the child will see, because they want to see how the child is getting.
So,
It's the same way with mothers. Most of our mothers are not eating well.
Yeah.
They are thinking of their money that they have or the support system is not there. So what advice are you giving to a mother who is pregnant and a mother who has a child already, and what he or she must do so that can protect both of them?
okay, so as a woman and children that share, I'm going to share this experience with
With the viewers, yeah.
The first one would say that if you are breastfeeding, provide just exclusive breastfeeding. It's very, very important.
Exclusive. I think
Yeah.
exclusive.
That's good because it helps. It's less expensive. It's not that expensive to keep a child breast. It's free, and those ones are very good as compared to the other ones, other alternative methods.
Yeah. So
Yes, we advise mothers to breastfeed. And when you're pregnant, sometimes we have weeks being pregnant. That is very that's some dangers.
yeah.
So we always advise people to eat healthy, know what to eat when you're pregnant. So you don't keep this.
And that's where women are very careful of, because I put that want to their body to change because of the pregnancy symptoms.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. So that's why I always tell people that there are dietitians who are there like me, who are on training in that regard. And we always do upgrade courses like that. So you know whatever is going on. So if you're having challenges with time, just walk up to one of them, book a session with them. They can help you. They give you a meal plan. If you look at my meal plan, they are not something far-fetched, something from the local meals, but are well portioned. So what I advise is that if you're struggling with your diet, just call the dietitian, go on Instagram, go on Facebook. There are lots of them online. Just talk to them to help you. Then when it comes to children, I advise mothers to be careful. Let's plan our children with lots of foods. But when they start complimentary feeding, they want to say, okay, I want to give my child something to grow big. My child should be clumpy and all that.
I am having that issue. We will come back to that. We'll talk about it down our next show.
Yeah. So they tend to pump the children with a lot of sugar stuff. When I started complimentary, child's food shouldn't be short, shouldn't be salty. Because if it has a lot of sugar inside, it affects the mental orientation of the children. Second, if there's a lot of salt, adding salt to starting complimentary food, you put a lot of pressure on your child's kidney. And our children's kidney are not that strong like iron that can filter the blood. So let's not pressure our children. Start with no more singular foods. You can start with one food, then gradually introduce two combinations, and gradually introduce two combinations. And when you go to the world, I would advise that it's still a struggling, just get a dietitian to help you. And that will be the best way to go.
All right. So my viewers, we've come to the end of the show, and we've learned a lot, because for me, I have learned a lot, but I've not got to the center of my neck. It has not reached me very well. So our doctor will be coming again next week, and we'll be interviewing him on child nutrition or child nutrition. Children that to be nurtured, especially when it comes to what they eat, what they do to grow healthy. He'll be coming back. Because we really, this season is not a season to just talk, but we want to know more, want to broaden our horizon. So Dr. Matai has been someone who has been with us from season 1, and I'm really impressed about whatever he has done with me. So he'll be coming back. Thank you very much for all those who were online with us, those who joined us. And thank you, Kirano Spices. They have different types of spices. They have varieties of spices, from ginger, clove, negro pepper. They have teas, they have oil, different types of organic oil, everything organic. So if we are talking about organic, if you already take care of your diet and you take care of all the 6 nutritional food you take in, and it's really this, you'll be growing health. It's your health that we want. It's your health that matters to us. Thank you for joining us. Same time next week. We love you.
Organic and Me is proudly brought to you by Kira Spices in collaboration with Vibe Media. Organic and Me is proudly brought to you by